The best way to plan for a disaster is to study one in progress. Nearly 3,000 miles away, the residents of a tiny island south of the Caribbean are living a nightmare of their own. The citizens of Montserrat will never forget the day their mountain came to life.
The volcano was like 15 fighter jet planes roaring into the mountain.
We heard a tremendous rumbling on the mountainside. I mean, really loud rumbling. And I said, my God, this is it. We're trapped.
And then stones start coming out of the volcano and start breaking windshields and stuff on people's cars.
You thought, well, that was it. I'm ready to die. It's all over.
And it was like, oh my God, Jesus, don't let us die. Jesus, don't let us die.
Montserrat has already suffered one major eruption, and experts fear an even bigger one is possible. This is a 3,000-foot-high ticking time bomb ready to explode. Its previous rumblings served notice that the big one could hit at any moment. Volcanologists from all over the world have gathered in Montserrat to monitor this potentially deadly situation. We traveled to the top of the mountain with Chief Scientist Simon Young, who gives us a close-up view of a volcano that's about to erupt.
We're standing right now pretty well as close as you can get to the Soufrière Hills volcano, which right at this minute is probably the world's most dangerous volcano. What the population are expecting is a big bang.
At the base of the volcano, the anxious citizens of Salem Village live their lives with one eye to the sky. They know that when this time bomb goes off, they will find themselves in its path of destruction.
The distance from Salem to where the volcano is not even 7 miles.
I get scared and afraid, because I'm afraid something might happen to the children and to my neighbors.
April 1996. Black ash billows skyward in a column that stretches 30,000 feet into the air. Earthquakes strike every 30 seconds as magma churns through the volcano's inner core. The midday sky is suddenly darkened. Superheated clouds of rock and gas, known as pyroclastic flows, barrel down the volcano at 150 miles per hour, destroying everything in their path.
A black streak was coming across the sky. I mean, black as ink. Boom, 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 boom. This stuff started to hit the windshield.
David captures the moment on his home video camera while trying to escape.
And it just got darker and darker, and lightning was flashing across the road. 51 seconds later, it was pitch black like midnight. I mean, inky blackness. It was absolutely scary. It was like the end of the world.
Helicopter pilots on patrol from Her Majesty's Navy survey the damage.
There's very little greenery left. It's poisoned virtually all the trees.
Where we're taking off, it's just completely green and you don't realise it's active, and then you just get over the ridge and there's just devastation everywhere.
The roads are covered in ash, a lot of the buildings have been damaged, and pyroclastic bombs actually puncturing holes in some of the roofs of the houses.
Because recent eruptions have become increasingly violent, the government has implemented an extensive evacuation plan for the endangered citizens of Montserrat.
We had the country in an evacuated mode. We had the vast majority of people out of the danger zone.
With scientists concerned that a catastrophic eruption could occur, the government is doing everything possible to move its citizens to safety. Today, people are living in churches and hastily built shelters north of the volcano, the area considered to be the least dangerous.
It's hard to describe it. I've lived in a shelter myself. The first 2 evacuations, I was in the shelter, and the beginning of this evacuation. And I suppose the biggest lack is the lack of privacy, because you're all living, men, women, and children, all in together.
The evacuation is so frustrating. Sometimes it's unbearable, sometimes I don't know what to do because it's so stressful.
Some people are living in those conditions for 18 months. And those persons cannot go back home maybe for the next 5 years or more, maybe not at all.
So the people of Montserrat continue to live with a ticking time bomb looming over them. The only question is, when will it finally explode?
We are fearful that it could all collapse in one go and we could have a pretty major explosion here.
If this volcano blows, right, we could get tidal waves. This whole island could sink. The situation is getting really worse. And I think they should take us off the island. I don't think we should be here right now.